In this video, I will teach you guys how to become better at Roblox Fish, even if you guys are just starting at level 1. So, say you come across this game when you're just scrolling through Roblox, you're completely bored, you don't know what to play, so you click on trending and you come across this game. Or perhaps you guys just joined a friend. Or somehow you managed to stumble across this game called Fish. You guys join and you're pretty excited to play. You see that there's a bunch of people everywhere, some people having hundreds of levels and maybe some max levels in your server. You don't really know what everything means, so you guys just follow the tutorial and you go speak to the NPC over here. He gives you a task to say, you know what, go catch 3 fish. You look around and you instantly find this little fishing spot here and you see this little pond here. Now you think to yourself, should I fish down there or should I fish up here? You're a little bit undecisive, so you just fish wherever you want. You start fishing in a little pond area, and you instantly discover that there's this little shake button that you need to press. People walk up to you with massive fish kind of flexing it in your face. You're not really sure how to play the game, so you just keep pressing shake until you eventually get your first fish. You are not used to the menu, so you try your hardest to catch your first fish. Even though you tried really hard, you probably end up losing it. Again. And you're still not used to the UI, so you lose it one more time. At this point, you're probably a little bit frustrated. You're not used to the menu. All you want to do is just catch 1 fish. You get more used to the UI, and you finally figure out that you can use space to control the bar and catch the fish. You're slowly getting used to the UI, and perhaps, if you guys are lucky, you can even do this and catch your own fish. And you catch your first ever fish. You look at your fish. You think, you know what, this game is pretty cool. You take another quick look around and you can see people with cool rods and cool boats and effects coming off of them with 1 billion titles and catch streaks above their head. You guys are wondering to yourself, how do people get this good at this game? So you go on YouTube and you search how to get good at fish. And that's when you guys found me. That's teaching you how to become better at fish step by step. Okay, so here's the first step that you guys probably should follow. So when you're starting with the rod, you should probably not buy any of these rods here. You should probably save up for the carbon rod. The reason why you guys should get the carbon rod is because it's got pretty good resilience, good control, decent amount of luck, and it's got a pretty decent max kg for the area where you guys are going to be fishing. If you guys are unsure what these stats mean, luck is pretty self-explanatory. Lure speed is how fast the shake happens. So for example, you might have to click shake 20 times for a fish to get cast, or you might have to click it 16 times for it to get cast. It's all upon the lure speed. As you can see, the rod of the depths here, it has a 65% lure speed, which means you can catch fish a lot faster with it. Control is how big your bar is when you're fishing. And what I mean by that, guys, is this little bar that you see down here when you're fishing. I'm using this rod called the No Life rod, which is arguably the best rod in the game. And as you can see, the bar on it is very big. Obviously, you want as much control as you can get your hands on, because you want the bar to be very big, so it's easier for you guys to catch fish. Now what resilience does, is if you were to catch a hard fish, and it'd have minus progress speed, instead of it absolutely flaring all over, like the little, let me show you real quick, like if you're fishing here, if you catch a good fish, this thing will be moving all over like this. What resilience does is it makes it move a lot slower, so it can literally make it, so like, say for example you're catching a fish like this one here, it'll make it so it's like catching a normal common fish. Obviously you guys don't have to worry too much about resilience yet when you're such a low level, but when you start to level up, it does actually become a problem. Not having any resilience on a rod can actually harm you. That's why resilience is good. Something to note about resilience is that you can actually get resilience on bait. As you can see, there's flakes here, they have -3 resilience. There's maggots here, which have -10 lure speed. There's peppermint worms, which have -5 lure speed, 20 resilience, and then they've got some extra luck effects on them. A lot of bait here has some pretty good resilience on it, which can definitely help you catching a lot better fish. If you guys want to get a bait crate for yourself, you just have to go down to this little area in Moosewood and just turn left until you see these bait crates here. You can buy these bait crates in bulk, The max is 50. And as you can see, 6,000 for 50. And if you guys just want to buy one, it's 120 credits. The way you guys will get credits is if you just do a fish in here or up in that pond there. And then you actually need to catch the fish, just like this, guys. I just got a snook. You can hold it out just like that. You need to go over to the merchant here. Click E. And just click, I'd like to sell this. Something which is really important once you guys start getting better at the game. Make sure that you have higher brightness and higher saturation on, as it makes the game look a whole lot better than having it off. I definitely say so anyways. And if you just scroll all the way down here, you can see this thing that says preferences. I'd recommend just ticking all of these until you get to about level 15. Turn the enchant relics off, because you can actually use enchant relics to enchant your rod. I'll show you more about that later on in the video. Okay, so now that you learned how to sell fish and use bait, you get enough money until you can eventually buy the carbon rod. You buy the carbon rod and you go over here and you start fishing, and you instantly discover that the shake takes a little bit of a while to do. You still power through and you keep doing the shake until you catch another fish. You notice straight away with the carbon rod that it's not all that different to the first rod that you had. It feels pretty much the same, apart from you may catch the occasional legendary. You discover this shipwreck over here. You go talk to him and you instantly find out that you need to get a higher level to be able to get a boat. You guys should get a high enough level, talk to the person, and spawn in just up here. It'll be the first boat that you see. Where is it? It is the surfboard. Once you bought the surfboard, just go over to it. It'll spawn in the water just over here, and you can sit on it and you can drive it across the ocean. You guys can go wherever you want. Something that I would definitely recommend to you guys, if you've got the carbon rod, is make your way to Forsaken Shores. That's where you can catch some really good fish with a really low level rod. You finally arrive to Forsaken Shores, and you can see all the decorative everything around. You guys are instantly curious on what kind of fish that you can catch here, and what's the best area to fish here. The best area you should be fishing here with the carbon rod is just this little pond here. The reason why this little pond here is the best place to fish is because you can catch mythical goldfish, which are actually pretty common. The reason why these mythical goldfish are pretty good is because mythical goldfish is the best XP fish in the game, and every one of these fish sell for around 1 to 2k. You fish here for around 30 minutes until you gather up 7,000 credits. Making sure that you're selling all your fish to the merchant, making sure that all your fish here are turned on auto so you can just easily click sell inventory and sell all your fish. Something to keep in mind, if you guys want to keep a fish, just hover over it and right click on it. It'll have a little star there. If you guys are unable to sell a fish, it's because you need to unfavor it and then you'll be able to sell it. Any other selling issues that you may encounter, make sure you just leave and rejoin the game. It may just be a bug that's happening in Fish. Okay, so you gathered up 7,000 credits. Congratulations. Time to move on. One more step to become a pro. You spawn your little boat in and you drive out of Forsaken. I'm using a fast boat this time as I cannot be bothered driving all the way there. But since it's your first run through the game, you guys probably will be bothered. But what you want to do is just to head to Roslet Bay. You park up your boat and you just jump onto Roslet Bay. Looking around, you see a little campfire here. And you see this little friendly blacksmith looking guy. You look all around and you see 3 rods that you can pick. I wonder which rod you guys should buy. Oh wait, I don't have to wonder. I know exactly which rod you guys should buy. You should buy this rod here, the steady rod. You put on the steady rod excitedly. You look over the stats just really quickly. You see it has 100,000 max kg, which is absolutely crazy. You see that the resilience is 30%. You see that the control is 0.05. And you see that the luck is 35%. Think to yourself, hey, you know what? This rod's actually pretty good. Until you look at the lure speed. Yeah, sure, the steady rod is an insanely good rod, which you will be using for a big portion of your journey. But the lure speed on this thing is far too long. You start using it and you instantly discover that the shake is absolutely massive to compensate from the lure speed being so long. You just keep clicking and clicking until it feels like 10 minutes has passed. You finally finish a long process of shaking just to find out that you only caught a common fish. You pull up the fish, and you know what? You think that this rod is pretty bad because of the long shake time. Then you realise something. You can catch colossal squids with this rod. You can also catch mesosauruses and megalodons. You excitedly hop back on your boat, and you just look around for a while, looking for a decent fishing spot. You come across this place called Ancient Isle. You drive over there, but just because of its nice little gradient on the name, and you think that the island looks pretty decent from far away. You get close to the island, and you see that there's danger in front of you. But for some reason there's a glitch right now, which makes it so there's no danger, so no whirlpools spawn, or explosives near your boat. You go up to Ancient Isles, and you come over to the little waterfall area, just over here. You wait until night so you can start fishing here. And within your first 10 minutes of fishing here, you already catch your first colossal squid. You look around the island, and you quickly figure out that there is actually a pathway to get to the top. You keep climbing, and you find your way to the merchant slowly. You find the merchant here, and you sell all your fish for probably around 20,000. You are happy, but you slowly become bored of this place, and you want to move on to a better adventure. You make your way all the way down, and you jump off the waterfall to find where you've parked up your boat. You go back to your original place, the Forsaken Shores. You go over to the pond again, and you think, you know what, I'm gonna keep fishing here. You take hours upon hours upon hours fishing here, and eventually you catch around 50 goldfish. You go over to the merchant, and you sell all your stuff. I'd say you'd probably get 220k with about 5 hours of fishing here. You're really tired of playing this game. You think that you might just quit. So you figure out that there's a new rod which can help you drastically. And it's called the Trident rod. You instantly make your way over to the Desolate Deep. You just follow the guide and do exactly what the guide tells you to do. And you go in between Sunstone and the Statue of Sovereignty until you discover this little red bobber in the sea. You buy the advanced diving gear and you jump down in the water and you follow exactly what the guide tells you to do. You go down into the water, you make sure that these two options, higher brightness and higher saturation, are on so you can see underneath the water. And you continue to swim exactly where the guide tells you to go. You want to instantly get the trident. You figure out that there actually is some requirements on getting the trident, and those requirements are pretty hard. You need to unlock the entire bestiary of the Desolate Deep. You might even ask your friends, for example me, for help. If you can't find anybody to open the door for you, you look around in live streams until you see me or someone else opening trident door for people. Get someone to finally open the door for you, and you're very excited to buy the trident. You buy the trident, and you're very happy with your accomplishment. You head back to Moosewood with the trident equipped, and you see that somebody has enchantments on the rod. You buy some enchant relics from Merlin in Sunstone, and you head to the Statue of Sovereignty to go enchant your rod. On the way of Statue of Sovereignty, you find that you want a really good enchantment on your rod, but you're not really too sure what to get. You look on this guide and you find that Hasty or Resilient is the best enchant that you can get on the trident rod. You talk to Cole and you buy a little ticket, go into the enchantment room. You interact with a little machine and you go through the cutscene, which takes 1,000,000 years. You head over to the altar, and you enchant your rod until you get hasty, and you're happy with what you have. You drive around for ages, fishing everywhere with your new trident rod, and you really enjoy the trident rod. You wonder, if the trident rod is pretty good, then what is a really good rod that you could use? You discover a whirlpool which has lines coming on the top of it. You jump in and it takes you to vertigo. You instantly look around and you jump down into the little cave and you find the little pond area down here. You climb up here until you see a massive iron door which is closed shut. You wonder how to unlock this area. It's called the depths. It's the best fishing spot in Fish. You need to unlock this to get the Rod of the Depths, which is probably the second best rod in the game. You figure out that you need to complete the Vertigo Bestiary, and then when you finally complete the Vertigo Bestiary, you keep the Depths key, and you use it to open the door. You jump across a little bit of parkour, eager to get to the depths. I'd say right now, you have around 30,000 money. You enter the depths, and you probably spend around 4 days fishing here straight, trying to get enough money for the Rod of the Depths. You get all the money required for the Rod of the Depths, then you realise that you just need the enchant relics. You look in your inventory, and you see you barely have any enchant relics in your inventory, especially the ones that I needed. You need one abyssal enchant relic, and 1 hexed enchant relic. You go and you appraise your enchant relics. You probably spend upwards of 300k to get the abyssal and the hexed enchant relic. You finally get them all, and you use it to open the door, jump down, and then you finally buy the Rod of the Depths. You go through the time again, and you enchant the rod so you can get hasty. You are very happy as a massive chunk of your game has just been completed. So what you do is you wander around the game, wondering what to do next. You are probably around level 130 about now. You have your eyes set on getting the no life rod. You search for tutorials all over on how to get really high XP in every area. A bunch of tutorials are telling you to fish in Forsaken, since of the goldfish, but you find that pretty boring. You probably wander around the map, fish wherever you guys want. You reach about level 250, and then you finally cave in, and you decide to come fish at Forsaken. I'd say that if you guys have reached this far, you're probably already using macros. You leave macros on overnight to get a bunch of levels, and then you finally reach about level 430. These last 70 levels will take you around 4 days to complete, just using macros by themselves. You probably go and enchant your Rod of the Depths with Clever, like I did here, to get level 500, and then, after a couple of days of farming, finally get the no life rod. You find out that a no life rod actually got nerfed, but you still think, you know what, the no life rod's actually still pretty good. Now, you either have 2 paths: completely quit the game, or you keep going until you get level 750. You go to Ancient Isle and you craft some rods. You craft the best rods in the game: Rod of the Eternal King, Rod of the Forgotten Fang. You join people's live streams, you have fun with them, you join the servers, you do server luck. You guys are just fishing for no reason anymore. You guys get very bored of the game since you have everything maxed out. You probably have Bestiary maxed out by now, or very close to being maxed out. You exit the game, saying that you'll join back maybe tomorrow, and then you never do. And that was a complete guide on Roblox Fish. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you follow the guide, and maybe it can help you a little bit. To be fair, a lot of this video was just a little bit of storytelling, but if you follow everything that I says, you'll be able to get high levels, more money, even get the trident rod, and just if you keep farming, you can even unlock the no life rod. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed everything on the little bit of a noob to pro storytelling. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.